Now, moving into the second thing that popped into my mind is what are the implications for male and female soldiers, right? How does this affect everyone? So, for instance, for female soldiers, I think this policy presents both a challenge and an opportunity, right? Let's say that. Historically, I think women in the military have been held to a different physical standard, and we know that because we have physiological differences, right? We acknowledge that. I think, however, with the uniform standard, the female soldiers aiming for combat roles, what he's trying to do is make them meet the same criteria as their male counterparts. So this could initially lead to disparities in pass rates. So, which is acknowledged, right? If you make it more rigorous, then only the strong would survive. And I think that's what he wants. So, for example, when the ACF was initially introduced, the data itself indicated that a significant percentage of female soldiers struggled with certain events, right? Specifically the leg tuck, and it had a pass rate of only 52% amongst female soldiers. And you compare that to the 92% for the male population, right? So we do acknowledge that there's a disparity. And again, I'm going to go back. This is aimed for combat roles. Will it change maybe later on? Who knows? But as of right now, the 60-day report is about mainly identifying what they are. In order to address the disparities, the Army introduced modifications. They were allowing the plank as an alternative to the leg tuck, and then it resulted in improved passing rates amongst the females. So ultimately, they made the plank a permanent event. And I remember, I can't do the plank as long as I could do with many leg tucks. So that's what got me. But still plank, don't get me wrong, but it's just I prefer the leg tuck. But the Army said, this is what has to happen, so we have to adapt. Speaking of adapt, so when the adaptation it underscores the Army's commitment to maintaining rigorous standards while ensuring that all soldiers have the opportunity to, or a fair opportunity to succeed, right? So for the male soldiers, the implementation of the gender neutral standards, it reinforces the expectations of high physical performance, right? It's going to eliminate perceptions of double standards, and it ensures that all soldiers in combat roles are equally capable. However, it also means increased competition. So as all soldiers are now evaluated on the same criteria. So I think competition is always good. And don't get me wrong, I don't care personally. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I'm for this, I'm for that. I don't care. You know what I mean? Pass your ACFT, call it a day, and it is what it is. When it comes to the combat role itself, I'm more worried about, because I'm medical,